It sounds like we have Kaldi on the line now to get some of his insight into this strategy. Kaldi, can you hear us?
Hey, yeah, hey.
Congratulations on your win tonight in HPL. Every single one of them starting the count is removing in the back 2/3 of this season. I believe Tannen has the first question for you.
Yeah, so Muzzy's been very aggressive early here in HPL, and he's kind of switched it up a few times. He has 2 different matches where he just played the same deck every game against his opponent. How did you prepare for someone that's been a little all over the place?
I mean, overall, he's played the Druid 6 times, the Warrior a lot, so I kind of knew what I was going into. I hadn't seen the Rogue before from him, so that was a bit interesting, but overall, I just knew what he was going to be playing and then had the counter lineups. I've been playing horribly, honestly. Like, I threw game 4, for example. I think the rest was probably okay, but, not good at least, yeah, so.
Well, what do you think is kind of coupling into that factor? Is it fatigue? Is it pressure? What do you think is contributing to what you're calling mistakes in these matches?
It's 2 a.m. I think that's the main thing. It's been really hot today. So I don't know. I think I had no chance if I didn't prepare for this one. Like, I was just being carried by preparation. I think he played at least as good, if not better, because I kept on messing up in game 4 at least. Yeah.
And then I want to go back to the Paladin game. That one got really, really tense towards the later stages of that. You both had Dr. Boom on the board, and you had a tough decision in front of you, whether to be aggressive or whether to be defensive in that game. Walk us through your thoughts on that turn.
On the when he off the counter Dr. Boom or what? Like
you were going into your turn where he had just played Dr. Boom into your Dr. Boom, and so you had Boombots, True Silver Champion, a lot of pressure going forward.
Well, the thing was the most defensive play was the aggressive one because he healed for 2. Dropping a minion that doesn't have taunt, but it wouldn't do much for me. It would only give him more. Wouldn't give him more. I guess minions for Unleash the Hound. So I thought, okay, like I'll just set up for lethal next turn. Heal for 2. I didn't need to throw all the boombots in, so I just threw one away and then ended up hitting a hyena as well. So that was nice. But if I'd gone for what did I have in my hand? I think I had like Leon hands and a few other things. Like if I'd gone for those, yeah, like it would have just been probably worse. I don't have a lethal, and I don't really play as passive as well. Like I think there was only one play in that turn.
Well, your aggressive play ended up working out for you, and you mentioned that the aggressive play was actually sort of the defensive play of this one because you had to get the game over with. And you mentioned you've been making some mistakes in these matches, but you won this match, and I think you've been looking strong overall in HPL. If you continue to work on that game and go strong moving forward, I think you can put up a great record and get to the top 8 spot. Congratulations on your win tonight in HPL.
Thanks. What I'm referring to is not keeping Dark Bomb when I know he doesn't play Handlock, and also turn 4. Blowing up the Ancient Watch instead of dropping the Twilight Drake. If I drop the Twilight Drake, I win that game. So yeah, anyhow, good night. Thanks.
Have a good match. Or have a good night. Sorry. Yeah. So Kaldi, very, being kind of hard on himself here with these games. He does have multiple options playing out, and that's part of coming into a control strategy, is that you need to be picture perfect in your sequencing or you will fall behind in spots. We did see that when he chose to play Ancient Watcher instead of coining out a Twilight Drake, and by his claim, that was a big mistake, and it snowballed that match out of control. He said that he threw that game.
Yeah, I like seeing this from professional players. It's something you should always do. Think about your plays that you made even in games that you won, because there's sometimes a lot of mistakes you make even in games that you win, and you can really learn from those spots. Don't just be like, oh, I won this game because of this, and I'm not going to rethink anything. Oh, and when I lost, I just got unlucky. No, go back through all of your plays, figure out what you did wrong and what you can improve from there, and you're seeing that from Kaldi, showing why he's a true professional.
Yeah, self-reflection is always a big talking point for players who are at the very top of the game. And if you want to see what those players have done in their past, and maybe you can evaluate some of the plays that they've made, you can head over to pvplive.net and check it out for yourself. Full stats breakdowns, league standings, schedules, VODs, recaps, everything you need to know about competitive Hearthstone is in the database on the website. So we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to actually be hopping into our 3rd match of the night, which is a continuation of a match that was postponed last night with Zalay versus Green Sheep. Had a little bit of server issues, but now they're here to finish that one off. Don't go anywhere, guys. When we come back, we're going to be setting up that and getting underway. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.
Lights dance on both their faces. Your eyes, they sparkle bright. The beating of my